Good evening, guys. Welcome to Express YouTube channel, and I hope you guys are doing well. So this is our second video in our second bootcamp, which is Introduction to Web Development. And in our previous class, we have discussed few of the HTML entities, which were the basic syntax of HTML and what is HTML, and rather than that, the header tags, paragraph tags, and also the formatting of text in HTML. We also have done a basic project on that using the paragraph and header tags, and we'll be completing the project after learning about the images, list, tables, and many more things. And in today's session, we'll be learning about list and images, links, and if time permits, even tables as well. So let's take an overview about the Express channel. In this bootcamp, to receive the certificate, you have to fill the attendance form of every video present in the bootcamp, and the attendance sheet will be given in the comment box. So go check through the attendance sheet and fill it for sure, so that you'll be getting a certificate for participation. And the second certificate is a certificate of completion, which you get on completing the project, which will be giving at the end of the bootcamp. So by the end of this bootcamp, you'll be getting two certificates. So make sure to tune until the end of the bootcamp. And to receive the PPT and any other resources, join our WhatsApp groups, which are present in the description of this video. So you can join in any one WhatsApp group. And please share, like, and subscribe the videos, because it gives a 2x boost to us, and we will indulge more time in creating these bootcamps. So let's get started with today's bootcamp. And today's video is, let's start today's video with list. So in HTML, there are two types of lists, which are ordered and unordered list. The basic difference between them is that an ordered list has few numbers, or they are represented by certain quantities, so that they can be distinguished from other, and the value can be notified using ordered list. But whereas in an unordered list, there is no specifications, and for every item there will be the same value and the same quantity representing it. Coming to another list, for any list, another list to create, we will be using the UL tag, and inside UL tag we'll be using li tags. Okay, let's first I'll demonstrate here in VS Code. So these are day one projects, and today we'll be doing day two project. Okay, so let's open a day two folder in VS Code rather than opening the whole. This is a day two. So it's empty, and our first program will be another list, right? And get an HTML extension. So let's get our boilerplate. Yeah. Let's open this in a Google Chrome. So instead of going and opening the file, we can use a shortcut. Just right click on this and copy the path. Go to your Google Chrome browser, paste the path over here. Yeah, it's pretty empty because we didn't give any inputs over here. Let's change our title to yeah. Hmm. Let's hit part, and now let's come to the body part. Let's first give an H1 tag scene. This is about this. Yeah, there you go. A bold and with a high font size text we got ourselves using H1 tag. So to create any another list, first you have to specify the UL tag, and you got the closing tag as well. So whatever inputs you queue over here will be displayed in the form of another list. And to maintain the separate list types, we have to use li tag. Sorry, it's li. Yeah. Now let us say, if I like pizza, so let's go for pizza. There you go. So you have to specify in separate list box. Uh, so all these list boxes will be entitled in another list, and whatever list present in another list will be executed in form of dots, or you can also change this type of inputs, which I'll be explaining you. And you can do more inputs like, let's take let's say this and then run it. Yeah. So now few of them wants to make this as bold or italic. Yes, we can do this. So you can use over here the for we have learned that for using bold text we have to use the B tag or even the strong tag. So remove this and yeah, paste it over here. Save. There you go. You got a bold text. And let's keep this as italic. You can use EM or I. It doesn't matter. Save and then one. Yeah. You are in italic text over there. So not only this, even you can use the header tags as well. Let's go for H3 and check it out. Let's see. Yeah. We know that in our header tags there will be a certain space in above and below. So that's the reason we are getting amount of space between these two lists. And you can create multiple number of lists in this another list. There's no limit to it. And coming to the type, you can see over here we're having this nice little black dots. I want to change those black dots to any other entities, and we can do so. To certain changes, we will be using list style type probability, enul style probability. Actually, this we can do even using CSS, but as is have inbuilt in HTML, we can pretty easily solve this type of issues. So uh, these three are the things which we'll be using. This is a normal default one which should be getting like a disk format. You can see it's like a pretty small disk over here. I can even use circle, square, or none. So let's check it out for circle. All I have to do is just go to the real block, to the style session. And you can also get free suggestions over here. Another thing which we need is the list output type probability. So whenever you, a few times you'll be not receiving certain suggestions like this, and I'm typing and I need suggestions because I exactly don't know the entire name. So this happens. So at that time you can press uh, Alt spacebar, Control spacebar in Mac. So you'll be getting the suggestions over here. I want this style type, and that has to be a circle. So that's the reason I use VS Code. Uh, you need not remember the entire text. Even if you remember the starting text is sufficient, and you'll be able to demonstrate your style text or any other text. So when you're having a little distinct, now let's reload. You're getting the circles, and you can also use square and many more other things. And that's it about another list, I guess. Coming to order list is pretty much same as another list. The only thing you have to do is change the another list tags to order list tags. Do it by using OL. So this gives the specifications for order list, and same as the previous one, for any list items to be in order list, you have to use li. Let's say this is first line. This is second line. And to always, instead of copy pasting, we can use a shortcut which is shift alt down arrow, and you'll be getting in this way. And yeah, if you want to delete, just use control X at the end of the line. It will be saved. Yeah, these are a few shortcuts in VS Code. Draw line. Okay. Yep. Save this. Yeah. You can observe changes. We are having a disk or circle, but whereas here we are getting numbers. It's type of an ordered part, you see. There's no order over here, and there are no specifications, but we have a certain order. This is the first one, this is the second one. There's no change in order of it. Like, same for the order list, we can use the bold text and emphasized or any other text. Yep. So it's about order list, and in order list you can do certain changes like we'll be not needing this instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. I need the Roman numbers or alphabets, and then we have to use the type command for it. Type, and we got my suggestions. Let's check for alphabets. Here it is, and run. You're getting ABCD format, and if you choose small a, you'll be getting in small letters. If you go for small I, then you'll be getting the Roman numbers. For capital I, you'll get, yeah, these are the Roman numbers. So you can change the specifications by knowing the type command. And in these cases, we'll also be requiring the last elements to be displayed on top. I mean, uh, the fourth, three, two, one in the reverse order. In certain cases, we'll be needing, so we can use the reverse case for that. And the numbering will be changed. You can see the fourth has come to the first place. Only the numbering, right? The order doesn't change. No matter what you give the order over here, it doesn't change. But the values which are present beside the sentences will be changed on basis of reverse. Yeah. So this is about the order list. These are the site types which I have told. This is default, which usually get the numerical values. These are lowercase Roman numbers. And then comes images. Images plays a wider role in our pictorial understand or representation. So in HTML, we'll be quietly using most of the time the images tags, and the for inserting image we have to use the img tag, and not to mention this is a self-closing tag, which means we need not explicitly use a closing tag for this. And inside image tag we'll be having two more attributes, which is which is the source and alternative. A stands for ART. Source in the sense it just takes the part of the image where it is given and uh, pins it to our web page, whereas alt, which is the name stands alternative, is used if the image is not found, then this certain text is displayed. So in which cases our image will not be found. If it's not there in our HTML page, usually we create an image over here and store it in the same folder. Or if we are giving any wrong path at that part, if the desired image is not present, then it's going to display this alternative text. So instead of having an empty space, if the image is not found, it's going to display like an error occurred while importing the image or certain text. And yeah, let's look at the image. Let's try it. Yeah, in this itself we have written or ordered and another right. So just skip that list. And the important thing is that now at the middle of my code, I have changed the file name. And now if I try to access the file name, it throws an error because the file name has changed over here. But you can see this is the part where my file is there, and this is my file name. My file name here is still the unordered list.html, but actually I have changed it to list.html. So again, instead of opening this in a web browser, you can directly change over here, saying it's only a list.html. There you go. We got our list file. And now let's check our image. Just copy the path. As we didn't write anything, it's pretty empty. Let's use a boilerplate. Say it as images. Save and keep on. So it's better if you save and run for most of the elements, because if you write entire code then save and run, there can be certain error. So even if you start save and run at the starting of program, you can easily catch the error and you need not written much code, so you can debug easily. So let's combine this both. Images. Inserting images. Yeah. We got our h1 tag, and now let's import. So to create to link an image, first we have to have an image, right? So let's Google a nice image. Wait, we have its spread image, right? Let's go with that. Let's save this in day two. I'm saving this in day two because our file should, wait, yeah, because the code which I'm writing is there in image.html and it's present in a folder named as day2, which means our image must also be in day2. Then we can easily access, or even then if this is present at certain location, even then you can access. But for that you have to copy the path. For copying the path, you have to go and you'll be having the path over here. Or you can directly use if they're present in the same file. Um, So this is our image and we have to import it over here. Use the image tag. See, this is a self-closing tag. You have nothing over here. Use the src source. And as these are present in the same folder, you can also get certain suggestions. See, these are the suggestions and I need its spread logo. Let's click it. Let's see. And we got our its spread logo. And sorry, I pressed back button. Yeah. So now this logo is pretty big for me. I want to make it small. So yes, you can do it by changing its attributes of width. Let's make it as 10 pixel. And that's much shorter, I guess. 20 pixel. Yeah. I'm saying pixel, but defaultly it's taking in form of pixels, so need not mention pixels explicitly. Height, 20 pixel. Scale, and right. That's even more smaller than expected. Let's take it as 100. Mm, not very small, 200. Okay, this looks fine. So we can insert image in this way, and there is also another tag known as alt. Let's say image is not found. You can write like this, or usually what we write is this is an image of its. So that even then, if the image is misplaced, they'll be knowing, okay, this certain image belongs to an spread image. Now this is not useful because our image is there. But what if I have deleted this logo from here? Let's see. Yeah. Now there is no image PNG over here, but I have mentioned that the image PNG is present in the same folder where this code is present, but actually it's not there. So let's run this there. We are getting an alternative text. If you haven't given this text, then you only can see this symbol over here, the gallery symbol, and you will not be able to view this text. So by using alternative tag, the user or the person who is reading your web page can easily understand that there was some misplace of image, and the certain image which has to be inserted was an image of its brand. And usually we can also see when we use web images directly by specifying their images. Like we can use https www.google.com, some certain image. Then even then it's going to display. But if you don't have net connection at the proper time, then it's going to show an error. I'll demonstrate it. Let's take any Google images. Copy image address. It's a long path. They're reading an image. But what if I don't have a proper net connection and I try to run this program? Or if the image has been removed from the Google at this side, now the user did wanted to keep this image and he deleted it after a few days because we develop web pages and keep it static for many days. Like I've created a web page and after 3 years a certain person is viewing the web page and instead of downloading this I have used the network internet images and after 3 years this image is not present in Google. So then it might, instead of throwing an error, it's going to display the alternate text present over here, which is, oh, this is not an image of a spread. This is an image of a tree. I can say some, yeah. So it will be displaying the text. So alternate tag is also pretty useful. Let's remove this big. So another important thing is that don't use this internet images and try to save this because as I told you, after few days or years, this image might be removed. So it's better to save this image and then use that image in your text. Okay, let's keep our spread image. Okay, I'll turn it into trash. Nice. So these are our image tags, and I guess we have only that much about image tags. And then we are having links. Uh, as you saw yesterday, links are also pretty useful. So whatever link which you mention in your HTML and on clicking that you'll be direct to that link. So it's exactly like you'll be here we can see sample. So having a link over here. Actually it's like text format itself, but you can see an underline at the bottom of this link and even the color is slightly different to indicate that it's a link. And another main important thing is that when you go towards your link, you'll be seeing a hand symbol, whereas in the text you'll be seeing this cursor and arrow cursor, but you'll be getting a hand cursor when you go towards the link. And when you click the link, immediately it will transfer you to the mentioned link. So this is a link which was mentioned over there. Yeah. So this is always this is about links, and let's try to insert the link. So to insert a link, will be requiring an a tag and an href tag. Href in the sense hyperlink reference. That's it. So yeah, for this we have to give the URL and here link text in the sense the URL might be something like www.google.com, but we'll be not getting the text here. It has www.google.com. We can write our own text like click here to direct yourself to the Google. So when he click over there, then he will be directed to the Google. So the text will be written over here and the URL will be given in the href tag. Create a new file links.html. Let's get our boilerplate. Again, instead of copying this, you can directly change over here. It's image.html, but I want links.html. it's empty. Then you can see links. We can save this and one. There you go, you got links. So in links, let's create a link tab, and we have opened in our tab Google Chrome. So let's create an HTML boilerplate. Let's give the document name as links. Yeah, so I have to start our body. Let's give an h1 tag saying version of links. Oh, yeah, so it's working. Let's so to give a link, we have to create an a tag, and inside an a tag we have to give an hyperlink reference. So here let's give a reference present in our data itself. So this is the best thing in HTML. Usually we use this kind of techniques in creating a portfolio. We'll be having a portfolio, and suppose we'll have a link where click here to know the contact info, and on clicking there, and another HTML page will be opened in which your contact info will be placed over there. So to maintain such details, you have to create an hyperlink reference in which let us link our list HTML. As is present in the same folder, you need not give the entire path. It's enough if you just give the name of the file. So it's list.html, and if you try to run this program, you can see there's nothing demonstrated over here, and there's no cursor because actually it's present over there, but at the blank space. Here there's some certain blank space, and link is also present, but you're not able to see because here you have to give a certain text. On clicking this text, it will direct you to this link. Now let us say here. Click here to visit list HTML list. Let's save this and run. There you get it. Now you can see whenever you get your cursor towards this URL, you'll be getting a hand symbol demonstrating that this certain text is a link, and on pressing this, you'll be redirected to the list. So this is about links, and you can implement list even in, or you can implement link even in order list and also unordered list. You can use this combination with any type of HTML entities. So another important thing I want to show you is combination of links with IDs. So IDs are usually used. So we got our link over here. And then pressing this will be directed to our list HTML. And I want to demonstrate you the combination of the class and IDs along with the links. So you'll be learning about class and IDs in detail in CSS. So I'll be just giving an overview about IDs or in this session. Links, I guess, covered the major topic of links. Yeah, that's it. This is the syntax. And yeah, let's get into the ID part. So ID is nothing but it specifies certain tag present in an HTML. It's just like when you use names to person to identify them, same as the ID. So you give IDs to certain HTML tags to identify them. Whenever we use names or any other things, we'll be identifying his features and choose to call him or make him do something. So IDs also used for same purpose. By placing them in ID section, we can access them using hash symbol. There can be many HTML tags, and out of which I want to select only one tag and I want to access. So to create an ID, we'll be writing ID is equal to and give it a certain random name. And to access them from another tag, use hash and give the ID name, and by that you will be able to access the elements present in another HTML tag. So we are going to do the same thing in this session. You might have seen in many web pages or so mostly in an installing documents, you'll be given at the top, you will be given a link to install the certain software or a program or a game, and after that you'll be having a certain description about one to two scrolls, a description, and at the end of the page again you'll be having a link mentioning that click here to go to the top of the page to install this program. On clicking that link, you'll be not directed to the installation page, but rather than that, you'll be given the same page, but you'll be directed to the top of it. In the top, you'll be having an installation link, and at the end, you'll be having another link, which on clicking, you'll be directed to the stop link, and on clicking the stop link, you'll be directed to another web page. So to create that, first let's place two images. So to make our page wider, image, let's start closing tag, and we got ourselves spread logo. So for image, we'll be using src source, and this is our logo. If you want, you can even press Alt, but it's not required in this case because I want to demonstrate only the use of IDs over here. Let us say images not on. Let's load this and go. Yeah, you got a beautiful image. Now let's make this shift alt down arrow gives you another line. Yeah, again shift alt down, alt down. Save this and run. Yeah, you got many pictures. You can see now we are scrolling our page to multiple times. Now suppose you got here a link and now you want to read the description. You're reading the description and you want to download the application. Instead of going all the way to the top, you'll be having a link over here, which on pressing you'll indirectly redirect over here, and on pressing this you'll be install your application. So let's do this. So for that we have to create a link obviously and give it a reference tag. So what will be filling in this tag? First of all, we have to write the ID element because it has to go over here. So in here we should give an ID for this. An ID. Let's say it as a link. Now, when you say a link, it means that this tag is going to be executed. Now, to access that ID, you have to give a hash and then the name of the ID, which is link. There you got another line which is correct. And in give text here saying that click here. Click here to visit top of the page. Save, run. Now when you go to the end of the page, you're having the link and you're getting hand symbol saying it's a link. On pressing that, you're redirected to the top of the page. And now when you press this, you'll be getting our list.html. So this is how the IDs and classes work. And That's it about today's class. Links. I discussed links, images, ordered and unordered. So now let's this theory into a practical use, and let's start where did we stop. Actually, we didn't implement this image over here, and we have to, this is link, we have to implement links. And see, there's a certain interesting topic you see over here. This is actually the list, unordered list, as you have seen the buttons, which means that this is an unordered list. And when you come over here, you can see a cursor popping up which has a hand symbol mentioning that it's a link. So this is a combination of another list plus links. And when you drop down, you can see this is also same, but you have numbers over here, which is a default type numbers, and you have links. So this is an ordered list plus links embedded in it. Now let's open our project file. Uh, the project, copy the path and paste it over here. So yes, this is our tag. Mm, this is our project which we have done yesterday. And we have to make few changes. So the first change which we have to do is add a photo. We have to add this image. So I have already saved this image. If you haven't, all you have to do is just copy, save image, and instead of saving it on desktop, you can just save it on your folder, which is here's a folder and day one. So you can save here. I'm having picture of something, so just click on save. Now clicking that, you'll be viewing or in VS Code, and you can see the nice image over here. Yeah. So why I'm telling you to save here, because if you have saved in a desktop or in any folder, you have to copy its path and paste it in the source part where you'll be placing the URL. Here you have directly mentioned it's logo.png. Now instead of this, if you try to mention a picture of something, it's not even popping up over here. But even if, let's try, save this, copy it, see, image is not being found. It's displaying the alternative text. So now I want to display the image. You can do it by copying the path. Path in the sense the location of this file. So this file, you can see over here. I'll just show you. When you press Ctrl V, showing that users are to Nishan desktop. So inside desktop, in present slash, which means inside intro to the web development, and inside that folder we have another folder called day1, and inside that day1 folder we are having an image known as picture of something .jpg. So this is the path, and we're gonna copy this and paste it in this URL. Save this, and we will, yeah, we didn't copy the entire path here. We missed the user's path. Let's copy the entire copy path. I'll be showing you now. You can see it starting from A. Actually, it should start from the user. see users. I missed this part. Save this and run. See, there we got the image. So instead of doing in this way, let's go to a project. Yeah, this is a project. We have to insert the image. So where do we have to insert? After the H2 tag. So where's our H2 tag? Yeah, here's our H2 tag. A random photo is there. So in between these two, we have to insert. So it's using img. It's a closing tag and give a source to it. So here it's picture of something. So I told you that to get now here you are not getting the options right. Wait a minute. Yeah. Now I want picture of something. I'm not getting suggestions, but usually in many cases we'll be requiring suggestions. So just in Mac you have to use Control Spacebar and you'll be getting. And I guess even in your laptop you have to use Control Shift in Windows. You're getting suggestions, just click on it and you'll be redirected to the image. Now let's even give an alternate text if that image is not present. Let us say image is not found. Save this and sorry, I have to run this thing. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. But the size is a pretty issue. Width is almost same, but height it's a little smaller. Here height is very large, so let's change the height. And in our previous video 20 pixels was pretty small, 200. Let's check to 400 pixels. Okay, 400 is way more big. Yes, it must be 200. Yeah, actually slightly lesser than 200. That's fine. You have understood, I guess. So in this way we're going to insert image, and after image we wrote this text, and here we are having another link. Actually yesterday we didn't present the link, we just wrote a paragraph over here. So now let's change this paragraph to a link. Where's the find the close? Yeah, we don't need any paragraph tags over here. Just remove this paragraph tag. Yeah, now I'll be inserting a link, right? So, and a tag inside which we'll be having a hyperreference. Now let's see where does this takes us. Copy this. I guess this guy must be friend of his. So, yeah, paste it over here, and let's write some text. Uh, let's take this text and mention it over here. So whenever we run it, we'll be getting the same flag macros, but this is in black in color. But when we get a link, it will be purple color. And when you take cursor over there, you'll be getting a hand symbol instead of an arrow, you know. So save this and run. Yeah, there you go. Once clicking this, you'll be redirected to this page. Let's go back. So that's about the link and the image. Now let us check what's done. Yeah. So the list plus links. Let's implement them. This is after a paragraph tag. This page. So it's after this, and there is a space between them. So you can do it in separate paragraph. If suppose there is no space between them, then you have to write the list in the same paragraph. Then you will see that there will be no space between them. As there is space, no need to create, no need to place in the same paragraph, create another paragraph. So for another list, you'll be using UL. UL, and then for list items we'll be using li. Yeah. So after li, mm, now here comes the tricky part. So inside li, you'll be keeping the link part. So how to keep a link? You'll be specifying a tag, and inside a tag, hyperreference, and this hyperreference. Let's click on this. Okay. Now copy this text, paste it over here, and paste this text inside the a tag. Now save this. Yeah, we got ourselves on our list, and also this is the link. Let's open it in new tab. Yeah, this is the same part. Now, in this way, we have to do for there are total four of them. So instead of doing for all four, I'll just demonstrate it. Shift all dollar. Let's do for three. You can copy paste some links, right? So I'll be just changing the text. Copy this text. Now load the page. Save. Reload. There you go. You got three links. Let's there's four of them. You can add. There's five of them. You can add more too. It's not a big deal. This is about another type, and if you want to change the disk, I've told you just go here and change in the style part, and you can do this. Next, what more changes we have left? Yeah, and contents. This is the order list. So to create an order list, it's the same as the unordered part. All you have to do is, so this is after the contents, right? So after the h3 tag, you're having an OL order LI. So this an a tag. Inside this href tag, inside this. Now I'm copying this itself. You can you can copy from by opening this, and then you can copy the URL. But I'm just I don't want to go into it deep. It's creating a web page, right? Creating a web page. So and you can also use Alt, press Alt and don't remove it. And wherever you keep your cursor, you'll be getting multiple cursors. Now I have the same formats. I'm using multiple cursor concepts. So you'll be getting an A and href. And for these, I have to save this text command V. Yeah. And here it's HTML syntax. Down after special characters. Now save this, run this. You get it. And he has used the default. Let's change this. Let's change it to Roman. Lowercase Roman. Yeah, our lowercase Roman letters are there. Let's make it high. This looks nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. We can create more links from here. So I can do this and just replicate the whole text up until here. Till the second part, everything is same, and tomorrow we'll learn about the tables. Only tables and forms are left over, I guess. Links, tables are there, and there's also another concept called forms, and then you'll be completing your HTML. And I'll demonstrate and the whole all these entities in a project, and I'll be showing you so that you'll be clearly understanding where and which entity to use. And so that's it for today. Don't forget to fill the attendance form. Please share, like, and subscribe the video because we're planning on more videos to upload, because this is just an HTML and CSS bootcamp. You'll be having more JavaScript, React, and front-end and back-end development tools to completely get into web development. So if you give some motivation, then it will we would be more bootstrapped and upload more bootcamps. So